What's up, everyone? Just Jason here. Something a little different for you this week. Something really exciting. As you know, I live a low-carb ketogenic lifestyle. I've done so for the last 6 years. And as such, most of what I like to eat is sort of fresh meats and vegetables, and sometimes types of fruits. Eggs, beef, chicken, pork, all those good fresh proteins and vegetables. However, up until this point, I've been, really late to the whole vacuum sealing game, which is, I know it doesn't really make sense because we all know how much money and food you can save by vacuum sealing your foods to keep them in the freezer or even in the fridge. But, so thankfully I was contacted by a company, OUTOFAIR freezer bags. You can see one of their products right here, to see if I wanted to give their product a try, get into the whole vacuum sealing game, as it were. So I was excited to hear from them and get the opportunity to try out their product as the sort of the first type of vacuum sealing bags and equipment that I've ever tried. So basically what they sent me first here is 11-inch roll. It's a 100-foot roll, as you can see there. And this box actually includes a cutter for the roll as well, which would be really handy, of course. So basically what they're saying about the sealer roll is they're 33% thicker, so they're a premium quality, and they are BPA free, which is always a good thing. So they sent me that to try out, which is really exciting. Can't wait to try that. But what they also sent me was one of these vacuum seal bag kits, basically. So what you've got in this kit here is you've got 50 6x10 bags, which is a pint, 50 of the quart bags, which is 8x12, and 50 of the gallon bags, which is 11x16. And these are 4 mil thick bags, also BPA free. And these products work with all major vacuum sealing or sealers. So if you have a common vacuum sealer, you can be sure that this product's going to work for it. The other thing that I'm really looking forward to with trying the vacuum sealers is using my sous vide cooker. Up until this point, I've just been using regular sealed bags, as it were. I won't get into specific brands, but I haven't been using vacuum sealed bags for my sous vide cooking. So excited to try that out. But other than that, there's so many reasons to vacuum seal your produce and meats and fruits and all that. We all know how expensive things are getting these days. Meat prices are through the roof. You can still get cheap meat for affordable prices, but it's always best if you're going to buy it in bulk. And that's where these products come in. So you can buy more, save money, and then split them up into portions or, more usable portions of that purchase. Because we all know that improperly packaged meats, especially in the freezer for any given time, they're going to get freezer burnt no matter how well the sort of store packaging is. And nobody likes freezer burnt anything, whether it's meat, vegetables, fruits, anything that's freezer burnt. Is going to look really bad, so it's going to turn people off. You might be able to put up with it, but what if your family gets turned off from the sight and even the taste of freezer burnt food? And then God forbid someone gets sick because what you've pulled out of the freezer is spoiled. Nobody wants that. So and being able to assure yourself that you're going to save and effectively use the products that you spent your hard-earned money on, that's a huge bonus right there, because like I say, a big portion of everybody's disposable income these days, or not just disposable, but like your income these days, goes towards food. And as someone who only purchases fresh meats and vegetables, I can definitely see the benefit of assuring myself that it's not going to go bad when I keep it in the freezer, kind of thing. So there's lots of benefits to freezing produce and meats, especially if you're into gardening, let's say, and you're come around to harvest time and you've got way more than you can use at any given time. Well, here's where these products come in. You can freeze them up and keep them all winter long, basically, so that you're never sort of spoiling what you spent your hard-earned money and time growing throughout the summer season. So like I say, looking forward to really getting into using vacuum sealing for all of my food purchases, and with a lot of the sort of things that I make on my ketogenic low carb lifestyle. I make things called chaffles, which are a cheese and egg waffle, basically. They're a good thing that you can make ahead of time and freeze, but again, it's one of those things that would do a lot better if they were vacuum sealed. So like I say, definitely excited to give these a try. And OUTOFAIR has been really great so far. The company, dealing with the people at the company, has been amazing so far. The other thing that they did for me, knowing that I'm brand new to the vacuum sealing game, is they sent me a foodsaver vacuum sealer as well. So thank you to OUTOFAIR for doing that. I know you didn't have to do that, but that's amazing. That's going to give me the opportunity to put these to good use. And like I say, we buy quite a bit of bulk protein from places like Costco, so this is going to make it so much easier to split the things up, like chicken wings and chicken thighs and breasts and all that. Split it up into portions that we can pull out just for one meal, kind of thing. And then again, I'm excited to try it with my sous vide cooker. So yeah, so like I say, they sent me this product as someone that's new to the whole vacuum sealing game. So again, very appreciative of them doing that, and I hope I can put it to good use. So what we'll do is we'll give these all a try. We'll vacuum seal a few things, and then I'll come back and we'll give you a wrap up of what I think of all the products. Okay, so the first thing we're going to vacuum seal here is some chicken thighs. Now we already used half of the package, so we're ready to seal up the other half for another meal. This is the smallest of the vacuum bags that come in the kit. So this is the pint size, that's 6 by 10. Then we've got some 8 by 12 bags here, and then these are the gallon size, so the 11 by 16. So we're going to use one of the 11 by 16 bags for this purpose. So we'll get one out and we'll get ready to seal. Okay, so there's our chicken thighs all vacuum sealed. Did a great job there. I can see that it's nice and sealed up. Now these bags come with a label roll or strip on it, so you can, be a good idea to label at least the date that you sealed them on before you put them in the freezer. So yeah, that's the first thing. Turned out great. So we'll get something else ready to seal here, and we'll give it a go. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna vacuum seal here is some of this extra mature cheddar cheese. Now we're gonna vacuum seal it just to preserve it, help it last longer. I don't eat this very often, but I do enjoy it every once in a while. So we might as well extend the life of it as long as we can, instead of just having it in this, plastic and in a regular bag kind of thing. So we're gonna use the roll here, and what we'll do is we'll make it a bit bigger than we need it, so that we can sort of it's got markers on here every couple of inches, just so that we can seal it, then open it up and use it, and then reseal it basically after we've taken out what we want. So again, what we'll do is we've got the roll out to where we want it. We just slide the cutter across that, and it gives us the piece of roll all nice and ready to go here. So we'll just seal up one end of this vacuum bag here and get that ready to vacuum seal our cheese. Okay, so we're going to take our piece of extra mature cheddar cheese here, and we're going to place it into the bag here that I've just labeled as aged cheese, so that I know which one it is. We'll open up our food saver here, and again, I made this bag nice and big so that I can pull it out, open it up, use some of the cheese, and then reseal it. And then basically by the time we get to the end of the bag, the cheese will be gone. So let's close up our sealer. It's on the dry mode, the vacuum. And there we go. It's all vacuumed and sealed. So that gives us a nice sealed package of cheese that we can keep in the fridge, and that should keep, as long as we keep sealing it as we use it. That'll keep nice and long, never go moldy. So we'll put that aside, and we'll move on to the next thing. Here's a great example of why I really wanted to get into using vacuum sealing. I just found this in our freezer. It is a chicken breast, and it is completely freezer burnt. Don't know how long it's been in there, but I'm going to say that that's probably not even worth trying to eat. So if this was vacuum sealed, it would still be usable. So there we go. That's an example right there why we're doing this. Okay, so lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to vacuum seal some chicken wings. Now again, these are almost frozen. We just got them though. But might as well transfer them into a vacuum seal bag from OUTOFAIR. Just to give them some, make them last until we're ready to use them. Chicken wings are one of my favorite things, so I want to make sure that when I'm ready to use them, they're still nice and fresh. So again, we're going to use the roll of bag here. So this is the 11-inch bag, so we're going to pull off enough to seal up these chicken wings. We're going to run our cutter across. I really think that cutter works awesome. Like, that's a great addition to this box here. You don't have to worry about your scissors or anything. You can just use that, and it cuts really well. So we'll get this bag sealed up on one end here. And we'll get ready to seal these chicken wings. Okay, so the bag's all nice and sealed at one end. You can see I've just printed the date on the bag. Don't mind the messy handwriting there. I'll be able to read it, and that's really all that matters, right? So we'll take these chicken wings. Again, They've been in the freezer since yesterday, so they are frozen, but just to give them more of a chance of staying fresh until we're ready to use them, we're going to vacuum seal them up here. So we'll just place them in the bag there, and then place the bag into our foodsaver vacuum sealer, close it up, and vacuum. Okay, all sealed, ready to go in the freezer until we're ready to use them. So yeah, again, chicken wings are one of my favorite things, so we'll definitely be getting a lot of use out of this product, vacuum sealing chicken, that's for sure. Okay, so there you have it. Finally into the world of vacuum sealing, and I'm excited to do even more with it. A big thanks to OUTOFAIR for sending me these products to give a try. It's certainly been a learning experience, but I'm definitely happy to get into this experience. The vacuum sealer roll, I have to say, this cutter that's included makes it so easy to use. I could definitely see myself using that quite often. Just for reference, this 11-inch 100-foot roll of vacuum seal is $31.99 on the website, and then the different bags that come in this combo pack, again, there's 3 different size bags, and it's kind of hard to see, but one feature about these that I really think is a small thing, but really makes things easy, is it has the notch on it so that you can quickly tear these bags to open them up. So that's a great little feature, and the quality of these seem really good. Like, they're nice and thick, they do a great job of sealing. So that combo pack of 150 different size bags, that's $26.99 on the website. And then once again, thanks to OUTOFAIR for sending me this foodsaver vacuum sealer. Works great, not too big. We are very limited with our kitchen counter space, and I'm pretty sure I can find an easy spot for that in our kitchen. So it's not too bulky, does what it needs to do, and nothing more. So, and I think that the going price on these food savers is about $89.99. So that's pretty much it for this review. Once again, I want to thank OUTOFAIR for reaching out to me and letting me do this review. It's been a great learning experience. Can't wait to do more. We're definitely going to be using a lot of this for sous vide cooking, and you know, vacuum sealing all of our bulk purchases from places like Costco. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll have a discount code for you down in the description. Get you 10% off of purchases from OUTOFAIR. And definitely go check out their website, which I'll also link down in the description of the video. That's about it. Again, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I would definitely go check these guys out if you're into vacuum sealing, and if even not, better no time like the present to get into it. Start saving some money. Keep the food that you buy fresh for longer, and then yeah, join the vacuum sealing community, I guess. So that's about it. We'll see you next time. Keep on thriving, my friends.